Charlottesville gets all the love. But what if I told you there is a town just 45 minutes away where your dollar goes further, the food scene is shockingly good, and you are just minutes from amazing outdoor adventures? That town, Harrisonburg. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you might rethink your Charlottesville plans. Today, we are going to check out everything from cost of living to who is relocating here. All right, let's go. So where is this place? Well, Harrisonburg actually sits right in the heart of the Shenandoah Valley, about 45 minutes from Charlottesville. It's home to James Madison University, which means it really does have that fun college town energy. But it's also really got a tight-knit community feel that a lot of people really love. So again, visually, let me give you an idea of where Harrisonburg is. If you imagine Charlottesville, okay, if you were to go 29 north up to Greene County, which you've been with me if you've seen my other videos, and you go 33 over the mountain, you go through the national park. It's beautiful. Not that I would recommend it ever as a commuter drive, but a lot of people do it. So Charlottesville, you go over to Harrisonburg over here, and then you actually have Waynesboro, Stanton over here. So it's sort of like a big triangle. So going to Waynesboro and Stanton, you would really utilize 250-64. Coming to Harrisonburg, you're utilizing 33. But you know what else? This is another big reason why Harrisonburg is so popular. You have access to Interstate 81. Major bonus. Interstate 81, you can dip on and off in Harrisonburg. So if you are some of my traveling folks, Harrisonburg might be a perfect fit where you can wedge right onto 81, dip over to 64, or run into Charlottesville and you can pick up Amtrak or something. Again, Harrisonburg is a really nice spot for you to be able to utilize. So then you might be wondering, well, why would someone pick Harrisonburg over Charlottesville? Okay, well, let's talk about cost of living, because that alone is a game changer. Wait until you come with me on our next adventure. We're actually going to check out cost of living, and we're going to really get into it. So let's just not talk about cost of living. Come with me as we check out the real cost of living. First up, gas. Yes, normally a very big line item, especially if you're, say, a family with multiple cars. Right now, filling up at the Harrisonburg Costco, it is $2.83 per regular gallon. I only use regular. Now, if you are one of my premium car drivers, get this, $3.18. Why am I surprised? Because you know what? Charlottesville today is for regular $2.87. But that is what, only like 4 cents difference? Not a huge difference, but it adds up. But Charlottesville regular is $3.61. Hello, that is a major difference. So this is why. Okay, next up, let's go check out a few staples. I just thought of a few handful of items that we could compare easily. Join me, we're going into the Kroger's in Harrisonburg. So, first up, milk. All right, we're checking it out. Milk prices are fairly I guess normal. I don't drink milk, so I don't exactly know what prices should or have been kind of thing. Here in Harrisonburg, okay. Now compare to Charlottesville. Okay. Eggs in Harrisonburg and eggs in Charlottesville Kroger. Okay, now for my meat eaters, let's look at some standard, like a roll of hamburger, a pack of hamburger. All right, yep, $3.99 when you're doing the large roll at Kroger's in Harrisonburg. Okay, well, there we go. And last but not least, let's check out the bananas. Bananas in Harrisonburg. Very nice. Now bananas in Charlottesville at the Kroger in Rio Hill. Here we are, just 30 miles away in Harrisonburg. And honestly, you can see the cost of difference. Across the board, a little bit adds up over time. So if you're looking for lower overall cost of living, probably you're going to get more space and lower housing costs. I want you to keep in mind, Harrisonburg is worth a look. Actually, you know what? I helped some clients, some great friends, who had moved to Charlottesville years ago, but felt like it was getting too grown and too much. So we actually sold their home and they relocated over here. I'm going to stop in and see them while I'm over here. So if you're ready to buy, sell, retire, or relocate, and you want to know more info, shoot me an email, drop me a text. Let's connect and see if Harrisonburg would be a really good, viable option. All right, next up, let's talk lifestyle and community vibe. Harrisonburg has this great mix of small town charm and honestly college town energy. It has just over 50,000 folks here. You'll see retirees sipping coffee downtown. You'll see families at the farmers market and students keeping things, shall we just say, lively. It's got that everybody waves at you kind of feel, but it's not so small that you'll run out of things to do. So again, it's that full spectrum. One of my friends who moved here from Charlottesville because, I quote, I just wanted people to say hi to me at the grocery store. So if community vibes are your thing, Harrisonburg delivers. But what about jobs? Can you actually work and live here? Well, let's talk about that next, shall we? Oh, and talking about community, here's my new friend. Him just wants to be friends with everybody, sweet pea. Okay, so let's talk about jobs. Because let's face it, if you can't pay your bills, doesn't matter how perfect of a fit it will be. Okay, so if you work remotely, congratulations. You have found a town where your money stretches further. But if you need a local job, Harrisonburg's got opportunities in healthcare, education, retail, and manufacturing. I want you to think about James Madison University or Eastern Mennonite University. Centera Medical Center is here, and they're very large. They run a hospital here. But the best for last, maybe you want to work at Hershey. Yes, that Hershey. Boy, talk about some perks for working there. Plus, the entire local small business scene is very, very strong. And for my folks who are self-employed like myself, I want you to think about the lower cost of living and how that means more flexibility, less stress, and less worry about high overhead costs. This is a charming area where you can not only live and work, but really thrive. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk food, because honestly, Harrisonburg does not play around. From farm to table restaurants to some of the best craft breweries in the state, the food scene here is absolutely top notch. Honestly, I've had meals in Harrisonburg that made me reconsider moving closer. Just joking. Actually, I'm not. Anyways, if you love the outdoor, Harrisonburg's location is going to be tough to beat. Let's dive into that now. Okay, so if you are an outdoor person, then this might actually seal the deal for you. Harrisonburg is minutes from the Shenandoah National Park, which has endless hiking and biking trails. And where I'm standing right now, Massanutten Resort is right here, just outside of the Harrisonburg city limits. Here for year-round fun, from skiing to water park to golf, and my personal favorite, a fabulous spa day. It's like having an adventure playground in your backyard year-round. I did have a client move here just so he could hit the slopes in the morning and still be at work by noon in Harrisonburg. Honestly, it was his version of living the dream. You got kids? Well, Harrisonburg's got solid public schools, family-friendly neighborhoods that predominantly have sidewalks, and you have the full gamut from historic to brand new construction. They also have a ton of activities for little ones. Plus, JMU being here means that there is a strong focus on education in the community. So if you're looking for a place to settle down with room to grow, and Harrisonburg checks all the boxes, then you need to reach out to me and we can see where we can begin your new adventure. It's so pretty. Spring in Virginia is just gorgeous, and this neighborhood is stunning. All right, so you know that I've said it before and I'll say it again. No place is perfect for everyone. So who is going to love living here? Retirees who want affordability and community. Families who need space and good schools. Remote workers who want to stretch their budgets, and honestly, outdoor lovers who'd rather be out on a trail rather than stuck in traffic. And who might not love it? Well, anyone who hates college towns. JMU definitely dominates much of the town's culture, and while that brings energy, it also really does bring traffic and student-oriented businesses. Or you need or want a walkable city. Probably not Harrisonburg. Pretty car dependent. If you're a big city enthusiast or folks who need luxury shopping and dining, again, Charlottesville might be a better fit. I don't know, because honestly, when I'm looking around here, there is more shopping here. Also, a lot more chain restaurants mixed in. So they do have a Red Lobster here. Charlottesville, not so much. They do have a Hobby Lobby here. They do have a lot of stores that Charlottesville does not. So that's who and what I would want you to know when you're considering your next adventure. All right, so should you consider Harrisonburg over Charlottesville? Honestly, that is going to depend on what you're really looking for. But one thing is for sure, if you think, or if you're thinking about moving anywhere in this area, Charlottesville, the surrounding area, Harrisonburg, Louisa, Green, whatever it is, call me first. We'll figure out what the best fit for you. It can sound very dreamy to live certain areas, but then when you realize that you're going to have to drive 30 minutes to get milk because you ran out at dinner, it's not going to seem so dreamy. So text, email, or call me, and let's make this easy. And don't forget, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my videos coming up. I cover everything about living in and around the surrounding areas of Charlottesville. So check out my other videos. Let's make sure your move is as stress-free as possible when living in Charlottesville or Harrisonburg. I think I might have to go for a horseback ride because I don't play golf very well. See y'all next time.